Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I have something truly spectacular to share with you guys. Before we get started here, if you are new to my channel and or fairly new to the world of cutlery, expensive knives exist. They have existed for a very long time. Whether or not you are aware of them, they have been around for a long time. There's also been a very healthy market for these things. The people who buy this type of stuff are not strictly looking for a, utilitarian cutting object, right? In other words, the value, the reason that people spend money on this stuff is not because they think that it cuts that much better than a $20, $50, or $100 knife. No, they're looking for the enthusiast elements. They're looking for exclusivity, right? This type of stuff is functional art, and it exists here, and it also exists in literally every other enthusiast community. So, if that type of stuff makes you mad, right? How could a pocket knife ever cost that much money? Please, just spare us all. We've heard it. We know. If that type of stuff makes you mad, you don't have to watch this. For everybody else who's very familiar with my channel, you guys are about to see something really, really cool. So I can't wait to get into this. Enough of the theatrics. Thanks so much to my generous patrons who are supporting me right now. There's a link for Patreon right down below. And please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. It won't surprise you guys that this was sent by none other than the legendary Sierra_bound on Instagram. And if you have not followed him yet, I highly recommend that you do, because he has one of the most magnificent knife collections that I have ever seen. Now, he sent me a lot of stuff, but and he always sends cool stuff, but we got something real crazy here. And if you're familiar with these makers, you're gonna know. Oh my gosh. Now, to everybody, right? A lot of people who are familiar with this knife are going to know, they're going to know this already, but to everybody, if you didn't know, this is not something that you can easily go buy. You can find different versions of this. Sometimes every version of this that I have ever seen is very expensive, but they're not necessarily the easiest things to acquire for a lot of different reasons. I feel like I should be wearing gloves. Okay, all right, here we go. I am going to undo this and just try and keep it on the... Come on. We got a double... It's double wrapped. Oh. Oh, God. I don't want to touch it. Oh, my God. Okay, so what we have here, man, look at that abalone. Oh, gosh. Okay. I know, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to touch it. So we have a Marfione and Borka collab SBTF. Oh, okay, all right, here it is. Fingertips. Okay, here we go. I guess I show this kind of stuff on my channel now. Oh my God, wow. Look at that blade. True mirror polish. All right, so... at the beginning of the video, when I talked about this and I said, if you're one of those people that's kind of new, right, and this is shocking, there's still going to be people who aggressively ignore what I said and they force their angry comments through down in the comment section. That's fine. Those comments always get buried at the bottom and nobody cares anyway. So go ahead and leave those. But, if you're new and you're curious, you're like, okay, wow, I mean, it clearly looks like an expensive object. So when they mirror polish these, it's not like that sort of wrap that you see on cheap gas station knives. And a lot of people are going to look at this and say, oh, it looks like a gas station knife to me. These are custom made, right? They're only meant to appeal to one person, and that's the person who buys it, right? After that, it doesn't really matter, right? There are lots and lots of different versions of this. Well, I don't want to say lots and lots, right? But each one is unique, different inlay materials, different finishes, things like that, right? This particular one, I don't think I've ever seen that big of a chunk of abalone, which is a funny word to me, on a knife before. I actually really, really like how that works. Yes, it is fully decorative, right? This is titanium. And then I think, well, I'm almost certain he has a little, I'm sorry. I can't lay this down. I mean, yeah, this stuff back here is not going to scratch it, but I just can't bring myself to lay it down. Okay. Hang on, let's read here. Oof, jeez. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm reading about this knife. Fully mirror polished blade. I don't know what the blade steel is. I'm going to guess it's M390. I've seen SBTFs before, and I'm pretty sure it's M390. Well, it's just M390 in titanium. How come, what? If you can't see that work has gone into this, you know, I'm not trying to put anybody down, but just, like, use your eyeballs. Like, an enormous amount of work goes into this. I'm not saying that I always agree with the price on custom knives, but to polish a blade this much takes an enormous amount of work. It's also hand ground. And then, boy, that inlay work is just insane. Absolutely insane. I think abalone is kind of flaky. I don't think it's super easy to work with. So you could imagine acquiring the chunk and then forming the chunk to fit that perfectly into the scales. Yeah, I would guess that would be pretty expensive. Gosh, that is so beautiful. Unbelievable. Look at the laser work on that. One time, I can actually say I'm okay with the laser mark on the blade because I kind of like the Marfione custom dagger and I like the Borka Blades logo, and it actually worked out pretty well how they combined that. Not a huge fan of them putting it on the clip. Like, here's their individual logos. Like, look, we already got that, right? It's going to be in the paperwork. But that I don't mind. That compound Tanto blade is just insane. Look at this. Look at this. I know you guys are yelling, face reveal! I've showed my face before. Here, can I get it in the... Is there my face? There it is. Right there. Upside down. I've shown my face before. You can see it in my live stream thumbnails if you go back a ways. Yeah, that is truly stunning. Okay, so... Oh boy. So, darn it. I'm trying to keep my fingers off the mirror polish. Man, so the action on it is very, very... Oh, it's very smooth. Hang on, I didn't even need... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can I... Yeah. God. Oh, that is just fantastic. That is just wicked. Oh, how do you even review something like this? I mean, obviously, it's it's not going to be a traditional knife review, right? It's going to be more of an overview. But, yeah, you know, if you're new and you're curious, you're not here to just throw salt. Yes, this is functional. A lot of people look at this and they think, well, it's an art knife, which means it's delicate. No, not at all. This is made with the same type of titanium and the same type of, as far as I understand, M390. I believe. There's just no printing on the blade. I don't know what the blade steel is. Same type of, you know, stuff that, you know, your high-end production knives are made out of, right? It is made in a way that if the user wants to, they can use it and it will last, right? Whether or not that person does that with this knife is entirely up to them. I'll remind you that car enthusiasts exist. Car enthusiasts exist. So, just because car have wheel, car not necessarily have to go place, right? If we want to reduce it to that caveman thought process. Why have car if car no go? Because like have car sit. and look pretty, right? Okay. For some reason, easier to understand when come to car. Why say lot word when few word do trick? Yeah, I mean, just again, try to wrap your head around this for people who are just like, I have to leave a frustrated comment. I get, like, I'm cracking jokes. I get it. I remember being there and just being mad that expensive knives exist. They're not hurting you. It's just sitting there being an expensive knife. It's already been paid for, right? So it's not hurting you. But, you know, just try to think whatever enthusiast hobby, whatever enthusiast community you consider yourself to be, you know, maybe just slightly part of. You know, does it bother you that people own cars they don't drive, right? Or shoes they don't wear? Or, you know, like if you like watches that are really freaking expensive, well, then there you go. It's all essentially the same thing. Usually it's the firearm community going, how can that cutting object cost more than my shooting object? Because shoot automatically equate to value, more value, right? I've heard it all. Damage mitigation. This is spectacular. It is, oh, I dare say the nicest knife I have ever showed on this channel. Can't wait to share this with you guys. Very, very cool. I think that's going to be it today. So, please, make sure you guys seriously follow Sierra_bound on just if for no other reason, just to check out his collection. It really is impressive. The guy, he and I share very similar taste in like the knives themselves, and then a lot of his custom stuff also has an aesthetic that I really enjoy, which is why I really enjoy him sharing his collection with me and ultimately you guys. So give him a follow. It's worth it. While you're there, follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.